Well, tell me your name and the name of your film.
I'm Jamie McLeod, and I'm featured in Under Her Wing.
I am Kevin Bernard, and I am the producer of Under Her Wing.
And can you tell me a little bit about the film, what it's about?
The film is about my nonprofit parrot rescue, and there's actually a pandemic of unwanted parrots that people are very unaware of because they have very, very long lifespans. So we take in these birds that people take and get without educating themselves, thinking that they're smart and funny and talk and dance, and the reality of living with them is like having a 2-year-old child for 80 years with the mentality of a 2-year-old the entire time.
And there's plenty of complications that the film explores with that. There are owners who just can't keep owning them as their lives change. As new people come into their lives, birds are very, very touchy about who they live with, as you've stressed many times, or even plucking their own feathers, or people even abandoning birds because they don't want them anymore. It's a very serious thing that people don't really appreciate. I didn't really appreciate it till I started working on this project, and I think it's a very important story to tell. And the sanctuary has been going through, of course, a very hard time with the fires and the mudslides. So it's very important right now to support the sanctuary and support this film and get the good message out there.
And where is your sanctuary located?
We're in Summerland, and so we had to evacuate the facility, and the Thomas Fire chased our 6 evacuation sites literally 3 different times, and it almost burned my house down. And then when everything was over and we brought the birds back after we'd cleaned up the facility, we had a catastrophic flood that was not an El Nino. It was El Grande Muchacho, and turned Summerland into an island of mud. And I was fortunate that I live in the hills above Summerland. Even though the roads were taken out, I had a hero neighbor with a Velociraptor 6x6 that took me on a hair-rising road down the hill, and I personally fed the birds at 4 in the afternoon. They're like, "Where have you been?" So our feathers are a little bit ruffled, but we're so glad to be safe and sound at home. However, the flood burned through funding, and then the fire burned a bunch, and we're really trying to get back on our feet.
How many birds are you caring for?
80.
80 birds?
Yes.
And you need funding?
We started a social media campaign called fortheloveofbirds.org, and a friend of the flock stepped forward and will match any donation up to $25,000. So you know what? I'm going to get by with a little help from my friends and this compassionate community that's been through so much.
So if anyone wants to donate, say again where they go to?
fortheloveofbirds.org.
And they can make their donations there.
It's a generosity campaign on the Indiegogo platform, specifically for nonprofits. And again, all donations are matched. So people will open their hearts to our flock and help support us so that we can get back on our feet after being closed for 2 months.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And how does it feel to have this film at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival?
It is a mind-boggling, amazing, amazing opportunity. We are so glad. It's a shame the director couldn't make it. This was very much his baby and his vision, but he's off in Kenya doing some very good things too. But I am absolutely starstruck to be here. It is wonderful.
Well, thank you for bringing this amazing project, your sanctuary, to our consciousness, and I hope people will go and donate and take care of these birds.
We'll get by with a little help from our friends and this compassionate community that I am so proud to be a member of.
We're all behind you.
Yes, we got a lot of heroes.
Thank you.
Thank you.